talk about another team out west.
Please.
The 2023 NBA champions, Denver Nuggets. The three things I have for them to be back in the championship picture to be 2025 NBA champions is Russell Westbrook needs to be a perfect fit, or he is a perfect fit for the Nuggets. We've talked about this before, what we think Westbrook can be on the Nuggets, and I'm a little weary about it. I don't know what his role will look like in Denver. Obviously, he's going to be coming off the bench. He could be a starter if there are people out. They'd want to try different lineups, whatever. How is he going to look with that second unit? How is he going to look next to guys like Jamal, Jokic, Porter, Gordon, all that? I think it could be a really good fit, but I also, at Westbrook's age, I don't know if it'll move the needle in Denver. So I believe if it does, if he is a really good second unit piece, then that could drive them to being back in the NBA Finals. Next one I have is Jamal Murray finally makes the All-Star team. He has been avoiding it his whole career. He's talented enough to do it. Obviously, the West is stacked.
He's been avoiding it.
He's been avoiding it. He's been going around it, but the West is stacked. It's kind of hard for especially a guard to make the All-Star team. But if he has that type of season, I think that translates over into the postseason. I think they can find their way right back into the NBA Finals, because when Jamal Murray is playing at a high level, especially in the postseason, it translates well for the Nuggets. So the last one I have here is that the young guys step up. They lost a few key rotational players this past year again. So I think it's time for them. And they do this, they try to rely on some of these younger guys that may not have gotten much minutes the year before, but kind of throwing them in there. Christian Brown, I think he's a guy that they'll be looking to step up, fill in those bench minutes and stuff. They have a few other guys, a few younger guys.
Peyton Watson should have a good impact for them this year.
They have a few guys that I think that they're going to need to rely on because of losing some key pieces. They got Westbrook too, obviously, to help out there, but I think these guys step up, take over these bench roles. I think that it can translate well, and that'll make up for the pieces that they lost.
Yeah, this, I think it's even more important for your first point for Russ to kind of figure things out, because this is your last chance, man. I think we're in a phase of where we're going to see Russell Westbrook probably be blackballed out of the league, like how we saw for Carmelo Anthony, Dwight Howard, DeMarcus Cousins, and all those guys that are Hall of Fame caliber talents, but couldn't find a way onto another team. So, Russ, please, for the love of God and for the love of your career, figure this stuff out.
Yeah.
Figure out how to, embrace his bench role, because apparently he still didn't do a great job of doing that in LA. So, please.
I want to see him go out on a high note. Yes. He's a guy that I've always wanted to see, win a ring, do, just a little cherry on top of his NBA career.
Even if he doesn't win a chip. Even if he doesn't win a chip, I don't want to see another really good player not be able to really go out on their own terms.
Sure, that too.
That's what it is. Okay, so I like the first one. The second one, I've just come to accept that Jamal Murray is probably going to be one of those guys that might not make an all-star team. It's not because he's not talented enough. Yeah, the West is stacked, like you mentioned, but he's just not a regular season performer. Unless he's playing the Lakers or it's postseason basketball, that's the only time I see Jamal Murray actually, get out his gamer chair like in that meme and stuff. I don't really see Jamal Murray wanting to take this step up. Or not, it's not even that. I just think he doesn't play that well in the regular season. He's very much an average to above average player in the regular season to great player come postseason. He's like Jimmy Butler. The All-Star thing, I don't think it's necessary, but hey, if he does, that would be great, because I have a bad, lasting memory of my mind that he kind of looked bad in that Minnesota series. He had one or two good games in that 7-game series this past playoffs, and then the Olympics, I'm really thinking that him and SGA are going to take over. They're going to be Canada's two-headed monster, the guards. He averaged 6 points. Jamal Murray, I don't really know what you do, but come postseason time, you better be ready to get up out that bed, pull up your bootstraps, and go get crazy. Lastly, the young guys, I think everything really does center on Christian Brown and Peyton Watson. I said again when you were talking about they lost more role players because, season ago they let Bruce Brown and Jeff Green walk.
Yeah.
Now this past offseason, KCP and Reggie Jackson are out the door. It's like, oh, okay, we're just letting role players
letting
walk.
them go. Just
Yeah,
letting
like
them walk.
yeah, they didn't have a major impact on us. Yeah, we don't need anything in return. We could just like no, these guys were important pieces. So yeah, Christian Brown and Peyton Watson are on rookie deals to where they have the financial flexibility. They're definitely going to need to play. They're going to need to be the best Bruce Brown and the best Jeff Green they can be. I don't even know. Like just super great role players in their respective roles. Like I hope they knock it out of the park for the Nuggets championship window because it's not closing because you have the best player in the world, but it is getting very.
It's not as big as it was a few years ago.
You're not the best team in the West anymore, possibly.